Sheila, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to talk about your journey as a UGC creator, how Fiverr has really impacted your journey, and all of the good things. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Tell me about your background, how you even got started with UGC.
It's so funny. I guess just mainly just scrolling on TikTok and being in certain business groups. And I've heard ladies say, oh, I do UGC and I promote for brands. And I was like, well, how much does that pay? What? If I'm already making videos, should I not connect with some brands? It's a no-brainer, right? So I just started a deep dive just looking into UGC and understanding what it was. And lo and behold, I found you, the UGC queen, Fiverr queen. Yes, yes. So that's how I just started. Okay, well, I can see this happening. So that's how I started.
Oh, nice. What was your background before UGC? What were you doing this whole time?
Entrepreneur, business consultant. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. That's
Most
so
definitely.
cool. Yeah. When you started UGC, did you join other platforms or did you try to get deals on your own through your content? Like, what was that starting point kind of like?
Yes, definitely. I started all of the apps where, they have the brands and then you get the products and all of that. And I had so many apps on my phone. I was like, okay. And then the cold calling, the cold emails and all of that. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is a little overwhelming. Is there another way? So that's how I started, and it was not very successful. Just a lot of emails and a lot of no's. So I was just like, okay, there's got to be something else. So that's when I just started searching and just sort of looking around other options. And then that's when I saw the Fiverr. I was like, oh, I know Fiverr. Let's check that out.
Okay, awesome. So you were familiar with Fiverr from before. I think you were a buyer. Tell me about that.
Yes, just been as a business consultant, I've used their services on Fiverr, whether it's website design or just different, freelance artists there. And I never thought about being on the other side of it. I was just like, okay, there, it works and I trust it because I've been successful, using their services, book covers and all this different things that I've used. And so that's when I was like, oh, well, what? I can be a creator. I can be a freelancer on Fiverr. Yeah, that sort of blew my mind.
Wow. I feel like I get that a lot, especially when I go live on TikTok. People are just like, wait, I've purchased services on there before. I never thought to be a freelancer on there myself. So that is really cool. So tell me, how did you find me? Was it through my content or through my TikTok lives?
It was through your content. I searched UGC and then I started searching Fiverr and then I saw you and I was like, oh, let me follow. And then I started following you and just sort of binging your content. And then I saw your live and I was like, okay, she's consistent, which that's important to be consistent. And I was like, okay, she's giving really great value for free. So let me just sort of dive in. And then when you had your pitch on your live, and I was like, I should invest because this is something I'm interested in. Let me go ahead and invest. And that's when I invested with your course.
That is awesome. I love to hear that because there really is a lot of free information out there. And you just kind of have to like dissect it a little bit and see which one really matches where you are in your journey. So would you mind telling me how you took the program and you set up your account? Kind of walk me through how that all happened.
Okay, so this is how I did it. I'm a very visual person. So it was really good to have the program and it was in dissectable sections. So it was just the breaking down of it really helped. So I had like my laptop and then I had my iPad. So I'm looking at I'm looking at the course on my iPad and I'm word by word I am on my computer, setting everything up. So just learning everything and the pros and the cons and all of the tips and tricks that you have in the course, it really helped me understand the whole process more. So I was like, okay, I can do this. And I just really just took it step by step. And that was so thankful. It was not overwhelming at all because otherwise I would have been overwhelmed and forget it. I just like, that's just investment. I'm just not gonna get that money back. I'm not gonna see a return because I would have been overwhelmed. So since I am a visual person and those little bite size, that was genius. Yes. And it answers so many questions. Of course, when you're starting something new, you don't know what to ask because you don't know enough. So to go ahead and have those questions answered before you even know you need to answer them a question, it just filled in a lot of blanks and made me understand, oh, okay. So do this. And it was so many great tips, Arbel. It was so many great tips. I was like, yes. Yes. So I felt more confident in it,
Oh my
right?
gosh. I
I
love
felt more
that.
confident and I was like, oh, I can do that, be a boss on Fiverr.
Oh my God, you like made my day. I love that so much. And that's what I really like. I have so much to share that sometimes it can be really overwhelming. Like, I just want to give everything. And I
Yeah.
had to go through it like 3 or 4 times, just cutting back like the fluff and just this is what you need to know, but it's a little bit extra so that you're not, like you said, overwhelmed. Because I'm the
Yeah.
same way. If
Yeah.
I pick up a course and I'm looking through it and it's just too much, I'll take a break, I'll leave it. I'm like, I can't, this is too much. And I've actually invested in a couple courses like that. And
Yeah.
I walk away and then I'm like, I'll come back when I'm a little bit like clear headed. I'll come back and it's still overwhelming. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I cannot, with something new, I'm not going to sit down and really try hard to understand it when it should just be understandable right from the get go. So I really appreciate that transferred over to you because I worked on that.
Job. You get,
That
you
is
get an
very
A
cool.
plus and a
Thank
smiley
you.
face. Thank you so much for having this community because starting off, you have all these questions, but your admin, they're like my BFFs. Like, what? Every time I put it, like Misty and James, they're always right there just answering the questions. And then they don't make me feel bad, right? Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking. I don't know. But they so helpful. And it just gives me that extra oomph, like, oh, you got this. Because I have the support of the community. So, and then you'll come in here like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. This is how you do it. And I'm like, yes.
I know.
Lady K.
Missy responds faster than me. Yep, I agree with Missy.
That is
Thank
the
you.
number one thing for a new creator to come into a community and you feel welcome and you feel heard and you feel like the help is right there at your fingertips. What? Of course, I have no choice but to be successful because of the community, the backing that I have. So I have the course, which everybody need to grab this course because listen, I don't know what you're doing. Grab that course because listen, it is A1, it's fire. And then join the community on top of that. That is the secret sauce for winning. That's why I'm winning. Boom.
I really am so proud of the community. It's something I've always wanted. That's why I just had it for free because I really freelanced alone for before I started the community, so probably about 12 years. And it's hard. It's hard to do it alone. You grow so much slower.
Yeah.
And you make so many more mistakes. Like I made so many mistakes with my Fiverr journey. And I was like, if I would have just been part of a community and someone told me not to do that, I wouldn't have made the mistake. Like it would have been that simple and I would have avoided months of losing income. So I was like, the community is going to be a part of it. It's going to be free. It's not going to be a paid membership. It's just, I really want people to be in there and be active and get the support they need. So love
Mission
that.
accomplished. Mission accomplished.
So after you took the course, how soon after did you have your first gig up?
After I took 2 weeks total, I once I took the course, I said, okay, let me go ahead. No. No. Within the week, I had my first gig up, like on Fiverr. Yeah, and I took all the tips and I did them all at the same time.
Okay.
And just all the tips because I thought I would have to redo my intro video for everyone. And then when it said no, what? I could use the six. Yes. So that just propelled me quicker to get them done. So so since I'm new, I could only do 4 at a time. So I did all 4 of them all the same time. And then so that was that week. So by the end of the week, I did the course at the beginning of the week. By the end of the week, I had them up. And then by the end of the next week, I had gigs. And then a few days later, I completed the gig. So it almost took like maybe 2 since I had it. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks to get your first couple orders.
Yes.
Wow.
To have them, not just to get them and complete them. It was
Oh my
completed
God.
within 2 weeks.
Do you remember what the first couple orders were like? Do you remember what they were?
Yes, of course.
Right? We always remember our first order.
Yes, the very
Can you tell me
first
about
one.
them?
Yes, the very first one. It was for a brand that focused on women over 50 with gray hair. It was called Gray and Slay, and they're on Instagram. So I had to rock it.
And I love your gray hair. Your silver hair looks so beautiful on you. Like it just matches you so beautifully. I love it.
And then the next order was some socks, like compression socks, really cute socks. And yeah, those are the first 2. Then they gave me sort of creative freedom, which is always good for me. I told a story in my way and they loved it. They was like, like perfect, exactly what I was looking for. I was like, because my personality is my personality. And that's why it was so important to put that in my intro video. Like, I might be over 50, but baby, I'm going to bring it. These little youngins ain't got nothing on me.
That's right. I remember seeing your intro video in the community and I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it was so good. I didn't know that you got all 4 gigs up right away. That's like, makes me so happy because I harp on that so much. I'm like, max out your gig. And so many people don't. And they're like, well, I have 1 gig. I'm barely seeing it. I'm like, we got to do all of them. You got to max those out. So that is so cool. Did those orders come from the same gig or were from different gigs?
It started coming from 1 gig and then they started sporadically coming from the other. So out of the 4, I have maybe 1 I don't have any, but out of 3, it would continuously.
And when was that? When did that happen that you got your first couple orders?
I would say 4 months because September and then the way we count. Yeah.
Okay. So in about 4 months, what was your biggest order so far in the last 4 months?
My biggest order was $350 order from a brand.
Wow. Do you remember what it was all about?
It was a video that included my daughter. It was a brand about safety for children, a monitor or something. But so it included my daughter. So that was an upcharge. And then they wanted me to do the script. They wanted me to do raw footage. They wanted me almost everything with the little extras. So that's how it bumped up. I was like, I can do it. But it's going to cost you.
That's right. Do you feel like you're moving towards bigger orders like that now that you're kind of going into that 6-month mark? Like, do you feel like you're ready to start getting in those bigger orders more consistently?
Most definitely. And I also feel like now is a time to up my price because now it's like, okay, I am new, but I'm newish. But I do have the 5-star reviews and all of that. So now I just feel like, okay, I have some credibility out here in these Fiverr streets. So pay me. Okay.
That's right. And you just got promoted, which is what this whole chat is all about. Congratulations. So in 4 months, you already got promoted to level 2. That is insane. What is that like for you? Like, oh my God.
I really don't even know what it means.
That's fair. I
was like, oh, I got a level 2. So I didn't know that it was a really significant big deal until, some people in the chat was like, oh, congratulations. I was like, okay, y'all should be excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It's so funny. Yes, level 2 is definitely a big deal because it's really the highest level you can get. I mean, top rated seller is amazing, but it's invite only. So it's not something that you can just get promoted to. The top is level 2. So now you can have more gigs. You can join Seller Plus. Like there's a lot of features that you've unlocked by getting to level 2, which is really cool. And you're more credible. So upping your prices as level 2 is definitely in connection with being promoted. So that's really, really exciting. So in 4 months, if you don't mind sharing, what are your total earnings so far on Fiverr?
My total earnings is $3,015.
That is awesome. What else are you doing alongside UGC on Fiverr?
I'm doing TikTok Shop.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm doing TikTok One brand deals there.
Wow.
And their creator marketplace as well.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me about that? How is that working out for you? How do you like it?
I don't.
Oh, the creator marketplace.
I don't like it. Yeah, it's too many not up to par companies on there has gotten through. So I don't really do a lot with that. However, brand deals with the TikTok Shop, I'm in several Discords, and because my numbers look good for TikTok Shop, I've gotten a lot of brand deals, to post X amount of videos for X amount of dollars. And that is great because that's guaranteed. Yes.
So you've gotten some retainer deals as a TikTok Shop affiliate.
Yes.
That is incredible. How did those start? Was that through the Discord? I'm sorry, I know we were going off topic a little bit, but I would just love to hear your experience with that because that's amazing.
Yes, I'm in several Discords and, you just share your wins. And when I was sharing my wins, it was like, oh, wow. So then the leaders or the admin will inbox me and say, hey, congratulations on your wins. Would you be interested in retainer deals? And then I would get the details and I was just like, sure. Like, how much we talking?
Right.
So then I knew my worth. Like, okay, put your number out there and stand on it. And I have, and it's working out really good. I just signed a contract last week, and then I'm waiting for a contract to sign now. So the brands are really, that's the way to go too.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I love hearing when someone like yourself is diversifying through content. And
Yes.
honestly, it's what I did. Like I was a voiceover artist on Fiverr for a long time, and that was my main source of income. And it can be tough when things get slow. And it's
Right.
just like, well, what am I going to do? And then when I added UGC, I said, okay, no more. I'm going to diversify. And I became a content creator, a TikTok shop. And that's really what we need to be in 2025. We need to have multiple streams of income. I love having Fiverr as my consistent, like it's there, it brings in jobs. I don't have to be active. It's just something that always just passively comes in while I work on, content, TikTok shop, like all of that. Do you feel like it's the same way for you?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Fiverr as like that kind of consistent flow of buyers. Do you like the buyers on there more or less, or the same as like working with the brands with TikTok shop, or is there no similarities?
It's really not similar. I like Fiverr because they come for me. I don't have to go searching for them.
My last question really to you is, if there's one thing you could tell someone just starting out that was kind of in your shoes like 4 months ago, what would that be?
To get started, take Arbel's course. Take her course and just sit down and concentrate and get it done. Be consistent. And to any of my Gen Xers out there, baby, we are on fire, and brands need us. Because listen, we have it. We have the experience. We have all of that. And a lot of brands are really focusing on the more mature content creators. So don't feel like your time is over, honey. It is time to get going. Let's go. So overall, I say just let's get it done, because the work is out there, the money is out there, and know your worth, period.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. Sheila, thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to see what else you come up with in 2025. It's going to be even better. I know it.
Yes, thank you for having me, Arb. Thank you.